has eyes on Clarity. G does put the pressure on him. Now Clarity's going to have to deal with the player that's behind and in front of him. So just shadow bombs on out of there. He's going to have another one to use as well in case he needs to pop it.
There's over 6 players landing at Happy Hamlet, but we're jumping right into this battle right here. Unknown Army, who has had the time to prove to the world that he is here to bring the heat. Early on in our competitive days, Unknown Army was known. Take over, folks.
This is it, man. Unknown Army, one of our first controller players. Actually, he was our first controller player to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup. Perhaps this is going to be the opportunity that he was looking for, Monster. Put himself on this stage. A big opportunity. Things have slowed down here for a moment. He's looking to overtake that route. He can get it. Head it on out. That's Commandment. Commandment's going to be sitting at the top 5 if I'm correct currently. Good fight here between 2 quality players.
Not a battle he wants to lose. Lots of proof here. Unknown Army, one of the few controller players in it. We saw Wolfies have a big day yesterday. That ball's his. He's got the aggro. The last one is not, though.
Charging right in. Commander's going to have to get out of there. Didn't want to deal with that player. He knew the Unknown Army just had that beat on him. Wisely enough, and look at the health there. That's why Commandment does not want to go for that fight. He's going to be in dire straits right now. That Unknown Army does have the life lead.
He's just taking all of these platforms too. Gaining control slowly but surely. Nice little peek right there. He goes to the staircase first. So clean.
Doing this all with a controller. We know we have millions of players that play on a controller. At home, and he goes in. Does apply white damage. One more. That's going to do it. Commandment was in 3rd place. An Unknown Army now made him put in the place that he wanted him to. Dominant.
And a little tongue to throw some salt on the wound right there. Now hopping to the other side of the map, we have a Blaster looking for a vehicle. He does have a bomb. Main part of
Look, here we've got Martine. He's got eyes on the target. So uses Skystalker skin. One of my personal favorites. Charges forward with that drum gun range, but no! It was low boom! Who gives him the hands there? Fun fact, Christian, our boy from VR Live told me, look out for low boom. Someone to really take eyes on. They did eliminate one of them. So boom, not in this one. Maybe we can find some better teams.
That is the risk you take when you jump into someone's box here in the Fortnite world. Leshy, another controller player. Back to the little nostalgic Tilted Towers for that close-range PvP. He's going to get shot a few times right there. Still keeping his cool. He has plenty of extra shields and mobility. Shockwaves are going to be great. Around this congested area. That's what it is. 4 players in Neo Tilted right now. You have to be careful.
This is a controller battle, actually.
Let's see. Best one another here. Leshy's probably looking to take this wall. He's going to break into the building now, get that high ground over his opponent. Astonis is just waiting, not making a sound here, so he can bait Leshy into a trap play. Let's see. He's going to falter, make a mistake. That's really what it is, right, Coleman?
Yeah, it is. When players are on that stage here in the audience, the crowd, everyone cheering, there's obviously going to be that added pressure. We talked with a few of the players before the game started today. The number one thing that I think everyone brought up to me was just the volume, the sheer presence of where we are. Some of them even went as far as to say, yeah, I don't think I'm going to look up at all. I think I'm just going to focus on the screen. That's what I know. No reason for me to try and go above and beyond anything else, right? Sometimes the moment can take you away.
You can see both POVs right here, both points of views.
Yeah.
They're looking to take any walls that they can to gain control, have a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, this is basically like the Fortnite equivalent of an arm wrestling match right now. Maybe for some of our parents who are joining us here for the first time, haven't watched Fortnite before, they're really just struggling to try and get positioning over the other player. That is the struggle that they're wrestling with here.
All right, Lesh this time has decided to commit. He is now down, face to face. There's nowhere. Astonis can run. He goes into it.
Oh,
lands the 2-shot, and that's the little tactic right there. If there's a ramp in front of the wall, you have to recognize you are in big danger because there's a nifty little trick to get you in that box.
Another one of my favorite players here. You got Legendian. He's going to be in a fight right now. Side those get out of there. Whew, that could have been very dangerous, but gets an elimination on Kinstar. A massive elim here for Leshiu. Sitting right now at 2 elims currently in this battle at Neo Tilted.
Gamble's loadout as Link doesn't have much loot.
No, doesn't have much loot, doesn't have much HP either. He's gonna have to try again in the next game. It's Robabs who does manage to get the better. Oh man, this is intense. Now we're at 62 players remaining. Some players taking fights, others really just focusing on staying alive, staying in this one to the placement points.
Right, now we have Leshy back with Leshy. We saw him in Neo Tilted, taking out the likes of Keemstar, Astonish in these 1v1 battles. Clearly not afraid to jump in your box. And oh man, with a loadout like this, 6 shockwaves, 3 launch pads, all the ammunition in the world, and zone favor right now. He is looking very good in game 3 right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of builds. He's got tons of stuff to work with. No reason why Leshy can't make it to that end game. This is going to be interesting. Controller player. Let's not forget yesterday, Wolfie's controller player getting 2nd place during the Fortnite World Cup duo competition, along with his teammate Rojo. Leshy though, applying the pressure. With that shockwave nade, he gets right on top of a nice spot, nice position, kind of planning himself. Understanding a player's going to be around there, but now all these players looking right at him as he just has to play defense. No choice. Gets tagged up a little bit, loses some of his shields. He'll be okay for the time being.
The amount of players you see on the stadium side that once he showed his self to that angle right there, and everyone just collapsed on him. That is so scary. And it's still coming in, but he's fending himself off, punishing another player off to the east side right there. Leshy. If he can figure out that player is the same one that just tried to make a move on him, could spell disaster for Evilmare.
Evilmare doesn't have much to work with regarding health, right? He's sitting at just above half HP. Right. Down low on the also has that glider. The HP he has currently, shadow bomb or something like that, rather than exposing yourself to the sky. This is another play from earlier on. Actually, no, Storm's active currently, and we are in live. Apologies.
He's sitting on 2 ballers. You see one here. He knows his opponent's gonna have to go for one, but I guess a little bit of scouting there is gonna realize someone's waiting. Baiting all of the loot as well. Also
off screen, Leshy did take out Evilmare. You mentioned that before, Monster. Ended up happening. And then Storm now. 65 HP. Where is this player that went in for a fight?
It's Wakey. Wakey's right nearby. Storm and Wakey are sitting now in the zone here. Biding time here. Wakey, 3 eliminations, tied up for the most elims in the game so far. You have Wakey, Leshy, and Aspect all at 3 eliminations so far.
Just under 50 players remaining in game number 3. Players have boxed up. They want to play this slow game. Wait for anyone to make a mistake. It's going to be hard, but for some players like Dubs, they're going to need it. Thus far, it has not gone well for, I would say, one of the favorites here.
They go for the shot. Unfortunately, could not connect. It looks like Clarity's going to pick up 4 gaming there instead. Dubs, we saw in the previous game, do that baller all the way to the end game.
Yep.
Really playing slow and methodical here. You can't stand still. Dubs has definitely found himself a target nearby.
You see some, I think they're just looking at each other. They know exactly what's going on. So it's going to be closing down now. We're going to find out where the next one is. And that's when players start to prioritize these rotations, the movement. Dubs does have a baller, which has been his strategy. He did it in game 2. He had the ball pretty much all the way until the end there. Got shot out of it, but it did bring him to a 2nd place finish. Another top 3 finish for him, top 5, top 3, maybe even a victory royale, right? But ideally that's...
He's trying to catch him right there. You saw that?
Wild.
He wanted to put him in the box for a second. Take it.
Grabbed him right there. Player will have no idea what to do at that moment.
It's actually pretty interesting as well, because Class is desperate right now for an heal. He has to really feed off of the Siphon. He doesn't have any other way to heal. Even taking the safety edits, making doorways so that he doesn't expose himself even for the slightest bit.
84 builds left for Class. Tons of builds here. And then the Storm. Now the Storm's starting to push. Look at Lecce. Still going for shots as players about. I think I saw a player get right in his face. He did pop that shot bomb. Now comes the game 1 winner, Bugha. He's dealt 420 damage in this match. Hasn't taken a single shot. 1 elimination for him right now. As now the action feed begins to fall. You see so many names getting eliminated one by one. Bizzle out of this one. That was from Lecce, who's having one heck of a game, taking out some big names.
And it's really going down right here. You can just kind of breathe in this overhead view right here. Bellany, you don't even realize he has the high ground right now. Clarity G just nearby as well. Bugha at the upper layers in this end game, just trying to avoid that lower ground congestion. Yeah. All these players are just slammed in the middle right here. As Andretta gets the high ground. We haven't seen much of Andretta so far. But you gotta be careful. Those shockwaves will really sting and take that placement from you.
Yeah, he has been laying low so far, but does manage to maintain the high ground. Lost it for a brief moment, but wisely enough went outside of the Storm to regain some of those builds. On the right side of your screen, you got Bugha and Lecce. Lecce, a great game that he's managed to put together with 5 eliminations. Bugha, your game 1 winner. Maybe looking to get a second win on the board. How massive will that be for your current first place?
He just picked up his 6th elimination now. He is really popping off right here.
Hoodshake too, a big player there, and a big connection for him. Lots of builds to work with. Bugha does get another one. That's Kinzel.
Right through the trap he goes. Look at one of the superior box fighters in the Fortnite competitive scene right now.
Lecce went up for the high ground. If you see it on the left side, he went high ground. He does get possession of it, but ends up getting hit there by Andretta and finally eliminated. But what a run that he had in this game. Finally comes to a conclusion when he went for high ground. Now it's Bugha. Again, with 11 players remaining, we're about to get into the top 10 here, Monster.
Look at last we saw. He does get taken out right there. Unfortunately, it's Peter Pan who takes him out with 6 eliminations. Peter Pan, the dark horse right now. He's gonna get wiped out here too, but it's still a great game. Wakey, who we saw leading in eliminations at one point, is still popping off as well.
Knight's in this one as well. Maybe he's gonna get a back-to-back win. Riverson, he's got the high ground, he's got the explodes, he sees players, he has 11 builds, so he has to be very conservative with this stuff. Pop that player in the baller, forcing them down. Going in for the engagement now. More explodes, 5 remaining left. Player lands in front of him, and he tags him up for a lot of shields there. And Riverson has to reset, needs to be careful not to get hit by that Storm. Someone's gonna be above him!
He's too good!
An elimination onto Skype. We're now sitting at a 1v1. 2 players left standing here. Who's it gonna be down low? It's Dubs! It's Dubs down low! And Riversand has Dubs on his sight. Who's gonna get the win here? Riversand navigating, tarping. He has 7 builds remaining. Dubs trying to play defense, giving himself any kind of cover that he can possibly maintain. But Riversand, a few more explodes remaining. That can punish Dubs.
Really trying to keep him down to the zone here, Golden Boy.
Oh man, this is it. He sends another one out, and they're just telling him you gotta run. He goes into it. He's still holding position. Dubs has the high ground. He gets in front of him, and Dubs gets a victory royale on the world stage.
Absolutely incredible for Dubs to connect. Finally hits all of his shots, and nearly a back-to-back performance right there. That is the kind of comeback story you want to see here on the main stage.
Prove to the world that you're the greatest to ever do it. But you gotta give credit to Riverstand. Second place finish for him there. Had the high ground, he managed to get the better of Riverstand. And look at this unfold right here. Looking right at Dubs, and Dubs just needed to play defense. Riverstand had no more builds to work with, and Dubs recognized he had the high ground. He just needed to go in there for the clothesline, and he nails it with that green pump.
That is the name of the game. You cannot miss your shots when you fully commit. Dubs and Mega sitting side by side. What a better player to have nearby you. Arguably probably his best friend right here in the competition.
Hey man, that was nuts. What a game from Dubs. What a journey he's had. Qualified. We know that he is a unit when it comes to solos. Finally getting that win. So second place in game 2. Game 3 gets first place He has to be feeling very good about that.
That is the kind of performance he was looking for, and it must feel good to finally solidify a victory over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, it's like it's just a load off your shoulders, man. Honestly, because I've been talking to him a bit. He's like, I just want to get this win. Now with that, Dubs goes up to 3rd place. At the top, though, Sky, he managed to make it to the end game, as well as Booga. So, our 3 winners, 1, 2, and 3, in the order of which
they took their victories.
Game
yes.
1 was Booga, Game 2 was Skype, and Game 3 was Dubs. 19 points, 1 point shy of taking 2nd, and Booga, way to hold on to that positioning at the top of the mountain.
King is still here too, as is Psalm, as is Commandment. They've all been in the running, but that was a great fight to see the West and the East clash in those final moments.
I love it, man. I love it. Another, we look here at 11th through 20th. Epic Whale, Fwexy, and Issa all managed to get up in the standings here, as well as Left Eye and Wakey. Oh, what a game that was. Game 3 did not disappoint, but I did get word that we have Dubs standing by with Jordan Fisher to get his thoughts on that win.
A massive, massive victory royale for Dubs here, a definite crowd favorite. A lot of people really excited to see you play today. 2 games in a row, 1v1 situation. We're seeing this actually happen in real time. You're staying in the baller for so long. Obviously helped you win that right there at the end. Yo, the Rockets are coming down to you. What are you thinking in this moment? You're trying to get high ground. What's going on?
Last game, I was just purely playing for placement and trying to hold out in the ball, and it worked.
Obviously, we got that big court. Okay, going into these next matches, you're sitting in a pretty great position right now, if I do say so myself. I'm thinking, what strategy going into this right now?
I'm just gonna keep trying to be consistent.
Golden boy, not to the face. It's feeling amazing down here. How are you feeling up there?
I think the feeling visual, my friends, these have been excellent games. I love duos, right? You and I talk about all the time, right? We love duos. But there's just something special about when it's just you, the game, solos, competition, the way Battle Royale is meant. Here I say, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
There's just no room for error in solos. There's no, buddy there, no battle buddy to come pick you up when you get dropped, when you get sniped for making an error. You cannot make a mistake. And we saw this sign earlier today.
He's not.
100%.
He's just a little elderly. That's all. As am I. So, what a game that was. And I understand, though, we actually have Cam standing by with a special announcement. Sundown, what's up?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Monster. And while we're here in the midst of the longest Fortnite event in history, you're probably wondering what comes next. Well, as we said before, competitive Fortnite isn't going anywhere. Once Season 9 wraps up and we move into our next season, we'll be debuting the Fortnite Championship Series. This will give players a chance to compete against the best of the best, where every single result matters. The leaderboard to track results over the course of the season. Follow your favorite players on their quest to become the first season champions with millions of dollars at stake. Now, this is just a taste of what's to come as we also plan on stepping up our competitive efforts across the board. So, keep your eyes peeled for more news as you root on your favorite competitors in the back half of the matches. Golden Boy, Monster, back to you, gentlemen.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't even know that was coming. Oh, look at you. That was pretty dope. Fortnite Championship Series?
Can I just say, did you hear that? Every placement matters. Wait, is this something you guys have been wanting or something like that?
Oh, this is awesome stuff there. It's obviously not going to stop, and we're glad that that is the case. But focusing on what's happening right now, the Fortnite World Cup Finals here in New York City. And just a reset here. I'm Golden Boy along with Monster D-Face, and this has been quite the day. The game so far did not disappoint. Game 1, we ended up seeing a huge victory from Booga, who managed to pull it away in glorious fashion. And then Skype in game number 2, just outpositioning Dubs. But Dubs got his redemption and picked up a game 3 win just now. He said with Jordan, baller play, there's a lot of strategies that players can implement here
Yeah, you saw Dubs game 1 tried to get a little bit more aggressive, opting in to take that fight over by the Greasy Lake, and it did not pay off. So he took his lesson, took his little, spanking, I dare say, right there. He's like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to stay away from that guy. Gotta respect him on that rotation. He switched it up, and now he's finding himself in endgame. And that is the kind of adaptability you have to have as a Fortnite professional.
Yeah, it's necessary. 4-time qualified solo player is Dubs. And what I mean by that, when he qualified the first time for this event right here, he queued up again each week the solos competition. And he did it again, and then he was. Everyone doubted him. No one knew who this kid was. And then he shocks the world. That, my friend, is undisputed. But the next game is going to start up. Game 4 about to begin. New York City, come on, let me hear you. It's about to start. It's about to kick off. These players need your energy. The battle bus is getting loaded. Look at everyone in the stands. What about that earlier today? Incredible stuff, that live performance from him. You love to see it, but this has been a wild day thus far.
The question is, can Boga, Skype, and Dubs continue to hold their lead? We saw King fall out of the running last game, and it set him back 4 placements.
That's right. That's right. King is going to be someone we have to keep a keen eye on. King, keen eye on.
Keep a keen eye on him, because
Why not?
a king out there.
He really is, man. I think someone on the Fortnite community said, if you have that name and you take out a player like Tiku, you got to live up.
That's
You got to live up to it. There's the standing once again to keep all of his feet. Look at his first place position. Skype and Dubs right behind him. Dubs Skype by 1 point only, and this is the spread of the island thus far. Paradise Ponds. Some players are going to start to land over there just a little bit.
Dude, Frosty Flight, what is going on there? I see 7 arrows or so just outside of where Dubs is currently positioned. Dubs, our last match winner, in great fashion.